Blessings to you, family. So it is currently 2:38 a.m. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and something was on my spirit, so I just wanted to really share it. So excuse the lighting, excuse the the scenery. It's not as you know professional, and you know what this channel is all about, man. We all about real, authentic, and raw material. So like at the end of the day, I want to inspire people by being able to be authentic, be able to just live in the moment. Like it's gonna be times, just like from the first video, when it's not gonna be perfect all the time. Right now I'm on the road because I recently went to Miami. And while I was in Miami, I realized a lot of things that I need to change in my business just to make it more suitable to the lifestyle that I wanted to live. And that's important because when we're building our businesses, when we're building our legacy, we want to make sure that we're building it in accordance to how we want to live our lives and how we want to ultimately have a peace of mind that, like, when you're building your business, it's not supposed to be where you're dreading it every day or it's stressful for you. You're supposed to build it in a way where you're able to enjoy what you're doing. You love what you're doing. So over this time of just building my company and collecting some data and working with clients and working with people, I figured out in that time like what I like to do and what I don't like to do, what gives me energy, what kind of drains me a little bit. And during that time, it was like, okay, it was some self-reflecting that had to go on. So once I self-reflected, I had to kind of change my strategy. So never feel like when you're working in your business that when you need to change your strategy is something wrong. Changing your strategy often means that you're growing and evolving, especially when it's freeing up your time, you're delegating tasks, and you're able to operate more in your what I would call higher self. Because I was doing tasks in my business that I noticed wasn't necessarily giving me the ROI, which is a return on investment that I wanted. So I had to make some changes. And when I was in Miami, it showed me that, like, when I was able to see people who are making $75,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and millions of dollars, like, it opens your eyes and it opens your perspective. And when you see that they're able to not only run and operate at that level, but that they're able to ultimately be free. Like Rose Credit Repair, she was on stage and just talking about, like, I'm able to be here and just talking with y'all and sharing this information with you guys, but I'm still making money. And Ali and Jay and CJ, how he was talking about he closed a 100K deal. And man, just so many powerful people, man, that shared their experiences and what they were going through and how they were able to automate their businesses to serve the lifestyle that they wanted to live. It inspired me. So I had to make some changes, make some plans and some arrangements. So now I came to Ohio. Long story short, that's why I said all this to say I came to Ohio to meet with my man Adrian. Shout out to Adrian, the wizard, man. Like he's the master when it comes to the systems and the back end. So I came here, and this is how you know you're in alignment, because right when I left Miami, he had an in-person event where it was like, more personalized, and small group. Wasn't going to be a big event, 50, 100, 200 people, but it's going to be a small event where they can help you pretty much fix whatever your bottlenecks was in your business. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's perfect. That's right on time, because I just saw what my bottlenecks was when I went to Miami. So it just shows how, like, when you move in alignment with your purpose and your calling, things will just work out for you, man, because it's not been easy on this journey. It's been ups, it's been downs, but I love it because I'm able to be my authentic self. And even coming out here, it shows me that I'm doing the right thing, because as soon as I check in, the energy good, the frequency good. I've been planning everything, and as soon as I come in, of course, I'm wearing my stuff because I've always had this plan when I was in prison that, look, I could rock the Louis, I can rock the designer, I can rock all that, but ultimately, most of the time, I want to be rocking my own brand. I want to be putting on for what I believe and the thoughts and the messages and what I'm pushing. And like I said, I want to move with the Spirit of God. So I came up with the Spirit of God collection and Spirit of God apparel. So I want to push impactful and powerful messages out there. So I'm doing that through not only my content, but with clothing and other things. So it's like, I say all that to say, well, as soon as I got to the hotel, he like, man, I like that. And a lot of times I get a lot of compliments when I wear my shirts out in public. People always like, oh, I like that. But I don't hard sell. Like I'm like like I said, when I initially made the clothing brand, it was for me to personally wear. I didn't expect everybody to just be telling me they liked it every time I go out. So it's something that God is putting on me. Like, hey, look, the people want it. You know what I'm saying? And when you have something that's in demand, it's like, of course, I went ahead and set all the things up and the systems in place so that I can, give it out to the world, because I've seen that every time I wear it, somebody's saying they like it. So it's like, okay, so now I put myself in a position where it's on sale. So usually I would just say, man, I appreciate it. But now I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. But, I made this, I designed this, and I'm selling it. So now I'm able to show people, like, here's the website. And I don't know what it's going to lead to, but I say all this to say that just living your purpose, man, living your calling, figure out what it is that you love, because all these things that I've been doing and working towards, it's not something that I'm doing for the money. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to be able to have an abundance of resources so I can take care of my son, take care of my mama, take care of all the people that are close to me, and be able to share the knowledge and the wisdom. So that's, of course, but at the same time, that's not my main objective when I'm doing what I'm doing. My main objective is I'm just being me, man. I'm just like, the idea is that I've always been a creative person, and I think it just comes from me being the only child and just being really bored when I was younger. So I put my mind to rapping. I put my mind to designing things. I put my mind to working on the computer. I put my mind to just tasks to keep me busy, to where it's just natural to me to just create and make things. Like, it's nothing for me to get on YouTube, make a video. Of course, it takes some kind of mastery to actually get good at it. So, not saying that because I'm far from mastering the YouTube craft, because I'm really just getting started, but I've been creating my whole life. So, it's just a part of my personality. So, it just feels good to know when I step out and on faith, really, because even coming to this event, it's investments that I had to make, man. I had to pay for this room. I had to pay for this flight. I had to pay for these things. Are investments that you don't know how you're going to get your return back. You don't know how you're going to get your money back, but it's just a thing where you go by faith and not by sight, where you're able to be like, look, at the end of the day, my spirit is telling me to do this, so I'm just going to be obedient to that and know that everything is going to work out for my good. And that's what's been going on. So I didn't mean to ramble on too much, man, but it's just all about ultimately telling my experience, letting y'all know what I'm going through in my life, and also so it can inspire you in your life. Because I don't talk about me just to talk about me. I talk about me so that way, through my experiences, others can be inspired to live in their purpose, live in their calling, and do what they call to do. Because I believe that we was all here for a purpose. We was all placed here for a reason and a purpose. And when we figure out what that is, then that's when life becomes what it's really supposed to be. Because right now, man, I'm just in a state of gratitude, like, because I've been in many positions. Like, I've been in many positions in my life. Like, I've been in positions where it was and I had a great life. So I'm never gonna sit here and act like, you know, we just went through the most, because my mama she was like me, man. She was on it. You know what I'm saying? She was a hustler. So we did not go without. But I watched my mama struggle at times. Even when she tried to make it look like she was strong, I knew she was struggling. Even though I was a kid and I didn't really know what was going on, but at the same time, I knew what was going on. Like, you struggling right now, so I never tried to put too much on her. I never tried to ask for a whole lot, and I always tried to make my own way because I knew you got enough on your shoulders. Like, as a kid, I knew this. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew all the trouble that my mama went through, so we didn't have to stay in the project, so we didn't have to stay in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really went out her way to do that. Part of the reason because she a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? I love you to death, mama, but you know, you a little bougie. So that's a part of the reason, but a big part of the reason because she didn't want me to have to go through living in those type of environments, and she did a great job. But ultimately, I had to go through my own experience where I gravitated towards the hood. I gravitated towards those things. I don't know why. I guess it's because, like I said, my soul, my spirit wanted to experience many different things, and I've been here many different times. So I know what it is. At the end of the day, it's just a part of my journey, my mission to be able to know so many different aspects of life, man. But I might get off topic a little bit. 'Cause like I said, it's 2 in the morning. I'm really just trying to hit on a topic while being off topic, but my fault too, man. Throat dry, it's a lot going on. But look, man, at the end of the day, figure out what your purpose is, figure out what your calling is, figure out what it is that you want to do in life. Because when you start doing that, it just puts you in a position where like everything will flow to you. And that's what the whole point of this video was just to say like, look, man, I'm doing everything off faith right now. I'm doing everything just knowing that it's going to work out for my ultimate good. Um, it's been a lot of changes going on. It's been a lot of craziness going on in life, but I've stayed the course. I've stayed consistent, and I've ultimately been getting blessed, man, because when you're working on your mission and your purpose and your calling, and you have something that's greater than you, that's bigger than you, when you're working towards something that's ultimately bigger than what you are, I promise you the Most High gonna take care of everything else. And just stay the course. Wherever you're at in your life, whatever season that you're in, whether you're going through ups, whether you're going through downs, stay the course and always see the positive in it. Because that's what I had to do. Whether I was in prison, I had to see the positive in it. Whether I was going through the halfway house, I had to see the positive in it. Whether I was facing, I didn't know how much time, and they was talking about 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? I saw the positive in it. When I was in prison and it was like things wasn't going my way, I had to see the positive in it. Even on probation, I had to see the positive in it. In the halfway house, I had to see the positive in these situations. Even when the times when I got fired from jobs, like I had to see the positive in it because ultimately everything is for your good if you can see it and have the perspective to see it for your good. But if you're going to look at it as negative, it's going to be negative. So you control your destiny, you control your reality, and that's ultimately what I want to teach people. That's ultimately what I want to show people through the content, through just living my life and my experiences, man. Because, like I said, I'm leading by example, man. Leading by example. So I'm about to go ahead and check out, lay it down. I might have been rambling a little bit. Might have to edit this out just a tad because I am running on no sleep. I'm really taking what I used to do in the streets on the business, I mean on the trap side and doing what I used to do to the business, man. Like I used to be up 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and I'm right back up in the morning and I'm hustling. So if I can do that for something negative, why can't I do that for something positive? When I'm impacting lives, when I'm showing y'all the process, when I'm showing y'all the journey, when I'm building a company, when I'm out here in a whole different state and people like, man, I like that shirt. And I'm able to tell them like, hey, this is my website. Like, I'm able to do these things. I was doing the same thing, but like I said, I was on the other side. I was selling drugs or I was doing whatever I was doing. So it's like, now that I'm on the positive spectrum of it, it's all it's up. It's up, man. So peace, love, blessings. It's your boy Trillionaire Trey, man. We're here to impact a trillion lives in a positive way. If you need anything as far as mindset development, if you need anything as far as getting your personal credit together, if you need anything as far as getting your credit profile optimized so that way you can get business funding, if you need anything in the way of learning what you need to put your funding into so that way you can grow your income, grow your portfolio and assets, and build a generation of wealth builders, because that's what I'm looking to do. I'm building a generation of wealth builders. Like, this is information and assets that I'm going to pass down to the next generation, and we're opening the door and inviting anybody in who's serious, anybody in who wants to really build generational wealth, a legacy, something that's it's not going to be overnight, but it's going to be worth it because what we're able to leave behind. That's the individuals that I'm looking to work with, man. So I'm going to check out. I appreciate y'all time. Peace, love, and blessings once again. And we'll see you on the next one.